policing the police every single day. Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I got a story for you that even I will not screen read because it's so bad and so long, I can't even imagine how long it would take to read it. But you know they've been doing it, and now the Intercept Online has got the documents to prove it. For years, our federal government has been killing free speech on the big tech, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. And it's been happening to me. I started 9 years ago. I was one of the first ones to freak out, and my YouTube channel went ballistic, 4 million views a month. Before they cut off the money, I was at 1,005 a month. I mean, even my customers, I have a cleaning company, were like, holy shit, you gonna quit and do this? And I if it would have kept going up like it should have, I would have. It was incredible. Investigating, policing the police every single day. That is my saying, and that is true. That's what they do to us. That's what our government does to us every single day. And now we have the proof here that the feds have been doing it. And like I said, I used to have a channel. I've lost so many YouTube channels, Facebook channels, TikTok channels. It is not even funny. And could it be the federal government? Yes. At the same time, I think I did a story on this, but I'm going to do a story again about it. Our local government is doing this, and here's your proof right here. We had a tipster that gave us this document from the city government, Punta Gorda city government. As you know, they've been at war with free speech, and unless they agree with it. The gun grabbers came here a couple years ago after the shooting over in Miami and totally supported it. Then the Democrat abortionists came here, totally supported it. Then BLM came here. They fucking knelt with them twice, totally supported it. But anybody or anything else, oh my God, they tried to destroy you, your free speech, jail you. They did it to Ian McGuire. Hate the state. He's gone. He's in federal prison. But I do admit they did drive him to the dark side. He did a lot of fucking illegal, really bad shit. But again, they drove him to that point. I'm going to add that video from a patriot that came here to rip the city council a new asshole. McLinnis said it. It's Punta Gorda's fault that this shit has happened. If they just would have let free speech reign and ignored, we wouldn't have a story, and this shit would have never happened, where it's national fucking news now. For months now, national fucking news what they did to Ian McGuire, what they did to me. Now they're trying to do to the new protester, Lewis. We have documents. They're trying to jail him now for free speech. And like I said, my channels on Facebook used to be huge. TikTok, all used to be huge. Huge. And now I'm in shadow ban hell. Worse than Alex Jones. In fact, I just did a search on a Tor browser the other day coming out of England. I can't even fucking find my shit in England. If you do, it's all the way in the bottom of hell while you're scrolling. They must be paying huge money to have my shit. I was constantly, in fact, this is weird. When we just won the two lawsuits, one in state court for free speech, one in federal court for free speech, they were literally striking my fucking shit almost every single day in video, my articles and my videos. And now it's starting to stop. Isn't that weird? But it's too late. Once you've been struck that many times on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, you're on the list. They put your shit way bottom in hell. And again, here's more proof. This is what the city workers, government here was taught. The police are taught. Charlotte County workers were taught. Charlotte County Sheriff was taught. We heard we have an insider now, another tipster that said their IT department is huge. Absolutely, I'm on the fucking hit list where they strike the living shit out of me, and or just send bogus shit to him saying, he's a bad person. Can we have all of his info? And then, of course, once you do that, of course, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok are going to put you in hell and or just take your shit down. We literally have documents on that too. So here it is right here, and it was the county and city lawyer that said, hey, man, this is so fucking awesome. Let's teach this to the rest of Florida. So there was literally a city and county lawyer convention, and they taught this to everyone in the fucking state. So let's go through the 41 pages. We'll try to go fast here because these are simple frames, but at the same time, I mean, just fucking evil. First Amendment, citizen oversight or harassment on public property. Wow. Wow. Really? Seriously? That's not harassment. So the TV and news press can do it, but man, if you're not certified by them, which I don't believe we have to be yet, we're getting there, and so that's bad if you do that. And there you go. This is the evil son of a bitch that did it right here, Derek Rooney, and then of course there you go, Charlotte County right here. Wow. One of the YouTube channels, First Amendment on American social movement activism and citizen journalism claiming to test constitutional rights, in particular right to photograph and video record in a public place. Authors can also claim that the movement promotes transparency, open government, and it does. Period. Just like I told you, we have documents on all this. What the fuck? Are you serious? And now Punta Gorda's got to the point where even if you record in a police lobby that's public, you will be trespassed and or arrested. We now have people that were arrested with felony charges. Are you kidding me? So much case law you can record to cops. It's not even funny. Just wow. Fucking wow. How our auditors are confrontational. Who makes them confrontational? The government workers, because they don't want their shit exposed. In fact, we got a new tip that's one of the reasons why they jailed me. Because I was a poll watcher for 2 years. A lot of the auditors were doing it because there's some weird shit going on with the elections. We've got a tip that's another reason why they fucking jailed me. Just because I was watching the polls? Are you serious? It's, wow, so bad. Honest desire to hold it down, political personal resentment, a search for relevance. Wow. Sheriff is a corrupt-ass piece of shit mafia boss. This motherfucker is a criminal himself. He's violated the law so many times. Illegally recording prisoners and their lawyers in jail, never held accountable. Illegally having a list of gun owners, illegally profiling them, never held accountable. And now we're finding out HIPAA violations and illegally giving me medical fucking shot when I never asked for it, and now I'm fucked up. I'm in pain. And they're still fucking me on my records, which violates HIPAA. I mean, wow. And we're also finding out he's violating the Constitution, your right to bond. You violate probation, you don't get out. You're guilty until proven innocent. You are in there for 2 to 3 months. Your life is completely ruined. Then they might say, oh, shit, we were wrong. Oh, sorry, too late. You've been in here 3 months. No house, no home, no car. Wow. Is that a civil rights violation and a constitution violation? Fuck yes. This motherfucker needs to be in prison, actually hung for treason. How to make money on YouTube. Wow. The paper and the TV, they make money, but apparently you can't. Ooh. Isn't that weird they didn't put my website in here anywheres? But this is years old, and you guys know a lot of these channels, man. They are huge now. James Freeman, 325,000. Because, Pete, we're doing the real news. The news is not doing the real news. Because they're fucking paid off. They're told what to do. It's disgusting. Hate the State, boom, they took him out. Honor Your Oath, he's up to over 120,000. San Juan Keen, I think, is 220,000. I mean, they killed Eboy Rob. I totally believe that. Totally believe that. Killed Eboy Rob. He was up in Tampa. We're fucking Banana Republic. Wake the fuck up. Affiliate links, fan funding subject to community guidelines. So this is where they started teaching everybody. This is how you can take them down and take them out right here. Community guidelines. Guess what they kept doing to all my shit? Community guidelines strikes. And again, that is weird that ever since we won the 2 lawsuits, it started to slow down. Isn't that weird? First Amendment free speech, what is protected and where? Traditional public, designated public or non-public forum. Okay, public areas of government offices are absolutely public, and you should be able to record and take pictures. Traditional public forum out in the street. Fuck you, you fucking nearly tier to serve as a significant person. Viewpoint neutral. Leave open subject to reasonable time. Whatever. Fuck you. Public places of a government building are public, you ass. What if a tourist comes in? What are you going to do? Fucking arrest them and charge them with a felony? You assholes. Designated limited public. Intentionally open up to the public for also subject to strict scrutiny. Commission chambers, Facebook, fairgrounds. Ooh. Designated limited. This, I did not know this. This is interesting. That's bullshit. If the government runs a Facebook page, that's just like being out front on the sidewalk, man. That is bullshit. Convention. And a reason why they're doing some of this shit, because this is where we protested. Commission chambers, fairgrounds, multi-purpose convention centers. That Ian did that. I did it out front. Yeah, so, man, this is so bad. Places... airport, terminals, military, prisons, backrooms. So yes, there are some places absolutely that you supposedly cannot. Military bases, wow, they will fry your ass. Airport terminals, absolute bullshit. They're adding that in there because Ian and I went there, and many auditors do. Airport terminals is fucking, that's, oh, God. Polling places right here. There you go. They just said it. I just told you. We got a tip. That is one of the reasons why they jailed me, is to stop me from watching the elections. A poll watcher. Wow, that's so evil. There you go. Now they're going to claim government on property and what's not. If they rent the building. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't film me. Guess what? If you work and you're public, fuck you. You can be filmed. All government are public officials. Everything is a matter of public interest. Yeah, that is what we claim, and it's true, asshole. Isn't video for in-person? It is not a crime. Audio or videotape someone without their consent where there is no reasonable expectation of privacy. True and not true. Also bullshit. If they're on the dime, man, record. Constitutional rights. You're making me... So they call it freedom. See, they killed that. Yeah, Ian's in prison. Well, again, he fucked up. He went to the dark side. He did some bad shit. But again, they drove him to that point. Like I said, I'll put McLinnis's video in there. Smith versus Cummings. There you go. I'll be prosecuted. The police consider they didn't... Oh, fucking... For their safety. They got fucking bulletproof vests and a gun. Are you nuts? Smith, the First Amendment protects the right to gather public information. Right there, absolutely true. We do have the right, ass fuck. Reasonable time, manner, and place. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make every place private, which is absolutely bullshit. What is a public official? Oh my, and now they're saying that you only can do that. See, that's bullshit. And they taught this to everyone in Florida. What are county? Oh my God. You can see that this is bullshit. Public traditional designated. Okay, here we go. Board meetings, public appearances, personal matters, kids at... Oh my God, kids at a park. The kids thing again. Really? Cameras everywhere. In fact, the families themselves are taking pictures, but if you show up, you can't. Holy shit, this is out of control. Charlotte County case study. Ian McGuire, chicken. Freelance journalist. Oh, yeah, it's so bad. He's a free... Okay, they finally do admit me right here. Charlotte County, Florida Cop Watch. Eyes on the State. Live Free or Die People. They took out this channel. I believe... Yeah, they took out this channel. And... internal affairs corruption, yes, I do believe they took that out also. Unbelievable. I hate to say, boom, that is gone. They took it out. Like I said again, doing just like our federal government. So how do you regulate nature of reform, reasonable time. See, so they're trying to make it to where every place is fucking private. Absolutely bullshit. Designate all areas employees only. Wow. Wow. What the fuck have you got to hide doing shit like that? Yep. I've been trespassed, and so was Ian, and so many others from so many places. Just fucking filming. Literally, I wear body camera. I'm not doing shit. I could literally stand there with the body camera and not say shit, and I would be trespassed. And Punta Gorda is violating that because they have no way to appeal it. And if you do appeal it in Charlotte County, I would agree with the Rutherford lawyer Ferris. This is onerous, going through the goddamn kangaroo court that they have where the Constitution doesn't even exist. Are you fucking kidding me? Then it costs $400 to get into real court where you do have rights and you will win. Jesus. By the way, so I did try to sue on this case. I believe my lawyer threw me under the bus. I believe he was paid off. He said he said the other lawyer for the city looked good. He probably had sex with her and made a deal. I don't know. It's fucked up. He shouldn't have lost it. Period. Should not. He fucking walked away. The case was never finished. Now they're using it as case law. This needs to be sued again and finished because this is, as you can see, is absolute all bullshit. You have to have a way to appeal it. Period. And Punta Gorda is not doing that. Liberty interest, due process, procedural, post deprivation. Guess what? Punta Gorda is not doing that. Trespass order, issue a trespass. Facility rules, effective for 1 year. 10-day right to appeal. Trespass. See, making free speech, the right to record and film, a crime right here. Holy shit. Train frontlines and talk to your sheriff, increase security, define your forms. Again, making every place non-accessible. Are you nuts? Designate employees only. Consider passing a trespass. Jesus. Just as fucking evil as the feds. My God. Social media complaint process. They admit it right here. God. All the statutes on ways to burn you. Stalking, cyber stalking, restraining orders. Be careful about the public records you create. Auditors know about public. Oh no! How dare we find out the truth? Like I said, this was given to us by a tip from a Punta Gorda City employee that was sick of the fucking fascist tyranny. This is one of the piece of shit kangaroo court. He's a lawyer who literally said to us the Constitution does not exist here. Wow, you should be disbarred, you bitch. Unbelievable. Police to police every single day, just like they do to us. Hold them accountable, and we have to file another lawsuit to get rid of this insanity. Fucking bullshit. You have the right to hold your public officials accountable, goddammit. If you don't, you're not a free country. Wake the fuck up, sheet. Take your goddamn country back.
My name is James McLinnis, and I'm here to speak about the signed ordinance, of course. I personally, and millions of other people just like me, consider the First Amendment and the United States Constitution to be the most important thing that separates our country from everybody else. Putin's locking people up right now for protesting the war. He's got a big disinformation campaign. If you try and tell the truth, you get put in jail. And a lot of people look at that and they say, that's terrible, that's terrible. But this city council is doing the exact same thing. You're not like the Wizard of Oz, you're not little Putians, you're little Putins. You have to understand that one of the things that makes this country great is the ability to say what we want to say, when we want to say it, any way we want to say it. And people like you do not have the right to tell us we can't. The Constitution guarantees that. And you worry about you wonder how you got into this big mess. This big mess started several years ago when people started protesting your police that were overly abusive and heavy-handed in what they were doing, and in a lot of ways very corrupt. And people started monitoring that, following that, videotaping them, and seeking public records. When they came to seek public records, you guys all played this Title 10 Chapter 119 violate their rights by making them pay exorbitant fees for every single record. Every single thing needed to be redacted when it didn't. You withheld records intentionally from these people requesting records. And then, in order for them to enforce the law, Title 10, Chapter 119, they have to sue you. But in order to sue you, they have to prove that you did not give them the records they asked for. And to do that, they needed to videotape asking for the records. So what did you do then? You made it a crime to videotape inside public building. You told people coming to pick up the records that you can't videotape you asking for the records, which is a violation of Title 10, Chapter 119. It's a crime. You can't put a condition on the release of public records, and you did that. And when that wasn't enough, these people got angry and they went out and started protesting. You created the Ian McGuires and the Andrew Sheets of the world by trying to suppress people's rights. And every time you try and do that, it's going to get worse and worse and worse for you. You are going to be sued many more times than this. You're going to cost all these people hundreds of thousands of dollars by your own arrogance. And your attorney, Levine, he sat before you in these meetings and he lied to you, and he told you that Cohen versus California supported it when any idiot could see that that lawsuit was about what you can say on the radio, not what you can say on a public sidewalk. He led you down that dark path because that's what you wanted to hear. The first thing that you should do to straighten out this mess is fire him, because he lied to you. And then after he lied to you, he told you he could support this in court. And then he took all the taxpayers' money to go fight it. And now you're where you are today, and he's still supporting it. You've gotten bad advice from a bad attorney, and you need to do something about that. But the bottom line is, the more you try and squeeze First Amendment, the more it's going to blow up in your face. You don't realize that yet, but what I want to just say, last closing argument, to all of you, and especially to you, Mr. Karski, the I won't back down, fuck you.